Hi, welcome students to Bio 100 Online. My name is Dr. Jensen. I'll be your instructor for this class. I want to run you through all of the basics of the class and help you navigate through it. Hopefully you've read my email and accessed the course already, but I do want to give you a lot more detail and show you what it looks like. So, as I said in the email, we are using Canvas rather than Learning Suite. So to get to Canvas, you're going to this website, the byu.instructure.com. Once you get there, you're going to log in using your NetID and password, and it should bring up access to this course. So this is Bio 100 Section 10. If you do not have access to this course, it means you're not enrolled. If you are enrolled and you still don't have access, you need to call IT. Their phone number is 801-422-4000, and they should be able to help you get access to the course. Sometimes Canvas and AIM don't play nice, so they should be able to figure that out for you. All right, so looking at our class, let me show you a few things. First thing is your expected learning outcomes. This document is probably the most important document you will download this semester. So it'll bring it up here. You saw how it brings it up in the window, or you can download it. This will tell you the learning objectives for every day of class. So everything you need to know. So for instance, if you looked at day 5, it says that you should be able to define the word theory in scientific terms. You should be able to distinguish a theory from a hypothesis, develop a hypothesis from a theory, determine from data whether a given feature is a homology or an analogy, and so on. These are your study guide for the exam. So if you think about this as everything I should be able to do to take the exams, this will help you. And I write my exams by looking at these. So for instance, for day 5, number 2, to distinguish a theory from a hypothesis, you should expect to see an exam question where I give you an article and I ask you which one is the author's hypothesis and which one is the theory on which they base the hypothesis. And you should be able to distinguish between the two. So it should be very well aligned, and so there should be no surprises on the exams. All right, so that's your learning objectives. All right, so navigating in Canvas, if you click on the Home button right here, it will always take you back exactly to where you need to be. You should not have to access any of these other areas. In fact, I don't even think you have access to some of these areas. But Home button is all you ever need to know, okay? So next thing, your schedule of due dates. This is your second most important document. This will tell you when you need to have everything done. And I've pulled it up over here. So this is what it looks like. Each unit, and I'm treating this as sort of as a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. The only reason I do that, you can always complete things early, but I have due dates on them to keep you on target. What I don't want is procrastination. Not because I'm not a procrastinator, because, oh my gosh, I am. But I find that having due dates helps me not procrastinate, and it will help your learning. So that's what the due dates are there for. And so you can see that Unit 1 will open on September 5th at 12:01 a.m. That means all 6 lessons in Unit 1 will open. You can complete them at any time. But there are due dates, so you have to complete them by the due date at 11:59 p.m. So the very first assignment is actually day 2. There's nothing for day 1. And it is due on September 6th, so right away at 11:59 p.m. And then day 3 on September 8th, day 4 on September 11th, and so on. At the end of each unit, there's an apply assessment, which is our fancy term for a unit exam, and it is due by midnight on the 15th of September, and then Unit 2 by the 29th of September, and so on. All right, so this you need to just always keep in front of you so you know exactly what's going on. And I'm going to explain a little more about what you're going to do each day in just a second. Going back to our Canvas, the next thing is your Explore Video Access. This is just our YouTube channel, and I'll explain that later. Adobe Connect is the way that we can connect for TA office hours or for the intro time that I'll do with you. So if you click on this Adobe Connect, it'll actually say, do you want to open it in a new window? You say yes, and then you'll just put in your name and enter the room. And if you've got a webcam, it'll allow me to see you or the TAs to see you, etc. Okay, so that's what that is. So going back here, again, we get back to Canvas. Where am I? Just push the Home button. It'll take you exactly to where you need to be. The apply homeworks, this is just the PDFs if you need to access them after the fact, and I'll explain that later too. TA bios. So you actually have 3 TAs for this class. Only one of them has put their bio up so far, but if you click on that, this is Josh, and he is one of your TAs. Clara is a TA, and so is Jonathan, and they will have their bios up soon. Josh and Clara will be giving, you'll see them or hear them, I guess, in some of the video tutorials that are in the homeworks. And then Jonathan will be mainly involved with grading. Okay, so, and then they will hold office hours, so you can visit them anytime, either virtually on the Adobe Connect or actually in person at the locations they have listed there. And you can reach out by email anytime. Me as well, and I will have office hours, I just haven't posted them yet. All right, so again, where am I in Canvas? Doesn't matter, just click home. This last one is that practice Qualtrics survey. If you read through the email, you should have already clicked on this and then gone to the practice survey. You should have had to put your net ID in order to access this. If you did access it, you just click yes and submit. If you could not access it, then follow those next instructions on the email. If you could access this, please do not do that next instruction on the email. It will delete you from Qualtrics. So if you can access this, you're good. Just don't do anything more. And if you have any questions about that, please just email me. Okay, so next thing, the pre-assessments, they must be done by the 18th of September by midnight. This gives me an idea of where you're starting in this class. It also helps us with some of the research we're doing on the BYU online program. So I request that you do this, and there's no preparation involved. Just go in there, try your hardest, submit it. And so that brings me to Qualtrics. So all of the homework assignments and the exploration videos and these pre-surveys are done on Qualtrics. Qualtrics is a survey system like SurveyMonkey that BYU has a subscription to. I have added you to Qualtrics if you were on my roll as of August 23rd. I can add you if you were not on the roll yet. Just follow those directions on the email. But if you click on the survey, it'll ask if you want to open it in Qualtrics. This one's not open yet. Okay, when you get there, it's going to ask you to put in your net ID. You'll put in your net ID all in lowercase, exactly as BYU has it, and that should give you access to all of the surveys. Okay, so going back to the home page, that's the pre-surveys. Let me look at my list to make sure I'm covering how to get to Canvas. Yes. Okay, so let me talk about the outline of this course, the structure of this course. I'm going to bring up a little figure for you. So looking at this figure, this is how the course is laid out. Well, this is how the course is laid out. So I'm an educational researcher, and so I do a lot of research on effective pedagogical methods, how best to teach students biology. And so we've decided that teaching consists of two phases. So the content attainment phase is orange. This is when you initially learn the information. It's all new to you. You'll do it sort of in an exploratory, constructivist way, meaning that you're sort of constructing the knowledge. I will ask you lots of questions. You will think about it, but you'll get initially exposed to the material. And then the second phase is this application phase. Researchers have found that if you don't apply the information to new situations, it becomes contextualized, meaning that information is only true in the given example that I gave in class. And so the application activity is probably the most important thing. You're going to be doing that as your homework assignment, where you'll apply what you learned to new situations. And this is where the TAs can really help you. And there will be little tutorials and things that you'll see pop up to help you. So in a traditional classroom that you might have been used to, you'd go to class, to lecture, and you'd get the content, and then you'd be given homework when you went home. A new way of teaching is called the flipped classroom, and that is where you attain the information at home before you come to class, and then you do these homework questions in class. Now what we're doing is this online. So you're doing both online, but you're doing the attainment and then the application. So that's how the class looks. So let me show you how you're going to actually do that. We'll get rid of that. All right, so looking at the home page every day, and these will open when the unit is open. Right? Okay, so every day you're going to do 3 things, right? And they're listed right here. So the first thing you're going to do is the explore. Okay, that's where you're going to attain the content. And actually, let me just bring that figure back over so you can be looking at it. All right, so day 2, explore. That's where you'll attain the content. These videos, they are on YouTube, but you're going to access them through Qualtrics. That's the only way that we will know that you access them, so we can give you credit for it. Okay, so at the end of the video, it'll say, did you watch the video? You'll click yes. We'll look at how much time you were logged in to make sure you actually watched the video. And that'll help us in grading. So please use the link directly on Canvas to access the videos. But like I said, up here in the important information, you can go to the videos anytime you want to. After you've submitted through Qualtrics, it won't let you access it again. So then you would go up here, and I'll show you what this looks like. It's just a YouTube channel, and all of the videos for every day are on here, so you can watch them as many times as you'd like. So while we're on this page, let me introduce you to, there's a couple people that actually do the videos. It's not me, but it's my words, if that makes sense. So I have two colleagues that designed this class with me. One of them is Dr. Ogden, who you see here, and then you'll see a woman come up every once in a while. Her name is Dr. Holt. They both designed these classes with me. We basically wrote a script that the videos should be, but they're more tech savvy than me, and so they did the videos, but it's my PowerPoints and it's my words. It's just them, and they're both awesome. So you'll see a lot of them in the Explore videos. So they're going to just sort of walk you through the process of understanding the material. Okay, so once you've done that, back to home. Once you've watched the video, you'll click on the little thing that says, yes, I watched the video. Then you're going to take a quick assessment. So this Day 2 Explore assessment is going to open up a quiz. Now, it's not open yet, so it's not going to let me access it. But it will open up a quiz in Canvas. It's just a short, pretty low level, just did you understand what you saw in the video? Now, there's one thing about this I want you to understand. We want you to take the very first attempt of this closed book just to see how much you gleaned from the video. This is a good way to let you know how much you learned from the video. So you're going to open the quiz and just take it cold turkey, okay, from what you watched in the video, and push submit. Once you've done that, then you have unlimited attempts, open book, open note, whatever, to get 100%. So I would encourage you to go back and take it as many times as you need to get 100% on the quiz. But that first one, we'd love for you to take it closed book, just so you can see what you know. So that's the quiz, so that's number 2 that you're going to do. The third thing you're going to do is the homework, and it's also listed under there. So that's the apply homework. You'll click on that, it will take you out to Qualtrics again, you'll log in, and it's a homework assignment, so feel free to use all your notes, work together in teams, ask your TA, whatever you need to do to figure out the homework, and that's where you'll learn to apply it. Okay, so every day when there's a due date on this calendar, you're going to make sure you did all 3 things. Sometimes there's some supporting documents that you'll need for the homework, and they'll be in there as well. Okay. Now notice this is the answer key. So once the homework is due, so at 11:59 p.m. the homework will be due. At 12:01, so 2 minutes later, the homework answer key will become available. So you can check yourself and make sure you understand it. The homework really should be a learning experience. Now we need to give you credit for effort, so we will have a due date. But then it'll pop up with the answer key so you can review it and make sure you understand it for the test. So you can see that's how it happens for all the days. And then at the end of the unit, so day 6, I was going to point at it, that's funny, you can't see my finger. Day 6 is the end of the unit. So then you can see apply assessment number 1. So this is your exam. The exams are a high stakes summative assessment. You're going to click on those. Once you open it, you have 1 hour to complete it. But it is open book, open note, not open neighbor, but open book, open note. So you can use whatever notes you've scrolled down. You can print out the PDFs of the homework assignments, which were up in the, I was going to point again, gosh, up in the important information. There's the apply homework PDFs, okay? So you can have all that information in front of you when you take that exam, but it is only 1 hour, which is encouraging you to study and be prepared. There are only like 15 to 17 questions, but they're high level, application-based questions, so you want to be prepared because 1 hour is not a lot of time, okay? But have everything ready and in front of you. So once you open it, like I said, you've got 1 hour to submit it, and then that's the end. Once you're done with them, feel free to go into the TAs, review, and the TAs will reach out to you when it's time to do that. All right, and then you'll start the next unit. The next unit will open at 12:01, and you'll do the next unit. So that's how the class goes. I hope that made sense. Feel free to watch this video again and again until you get it. But that's what you're going to do for each unit all the way to the end. The final exam is also online. You do not have to show up for anything. The final exam is online. We allow 1 page of notes front and back on your honor to complete the final exam. All right, and I think it's timed at 2 hours.
Okay, so let's see. Go through the class, go through each day's responsibilities, did that.
I think that's everything. So I'm going to try to set up an Adobe Connect to meet you in person, I think during the first week of classes, just to make sure you don't have any questions. Otherwise, my office door is always open. I am in the Life Science building. I'm in the farthest southwest corner office on the main floor, 4059. You can come see me anytime. I will post my office hours once I figure that out. I do have a ton of other classes, so if you do email me asking about a class, please make sure that you list that you are in Bio 100 Section 10. That'll help me a lot in addressing your questions. Otherwise, I'll probably just email you back and say, what section are you in? And you won't get your question answered right away. Yeah, I think that's all. So I will see you all soon over Adobe Connect. All right, thank you very much.